Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to have you here as we explore the fascinating topic of ignoring them is the best revenge. On this first slide, you'll see the main title, along with a subtitle that says, Disdain Things You Cannot Have, and Law 36. Today, we'll be discussing strategies for handling difficult situations by focusing on the power of ignoring and understanding what to disregard. We'll cover key principles and practical insights to help you master this approach. So, let's get started and dive into the ideas that can transform how you deal with challenges. When we acknowledge a petty problem, we actually give it a kind of life and credibility that it might not deserve. The more attention we give to an enemy or a minor issue, the stronger and more real it seems to become. It's a bit like feeding it energy. Sometimes, the best approach is to leave things alone, let them fade away without giving them extra attention. And here's an interesting point. If there's something you want but can't have, showing contempt or indifference can actually make you appear more powerful. The less interest you show, the more superior and in control you seem. This ties into the overall theme of strategic detachment. Sometimes, not engaging or reacting can be the most effective way to maintain your strength and influence. Let's talk about the sour grape strategy. This isn't just about dealing with disappointment, it's actually a powerful move. When someone can't get what they want, pretending it doesn't matter to them helps preserve their dignity. It's like saying, if I can't have it, I never really wanted it in the first place. In the famous fable, the fox can't reach the grapes, and instead of wasting energy whining or jumping around in frustration, he simply dismisses the grapes as sour and walks away. The key lesson here is that sometimes, the smartest move is to control your reaction and save face, rather than getting caught up in futile frustration. This approach not only helps maintain your dignity, but also shows emotional strength. It ties into the larger theme of resilience and strategic thinking, knowing when to accept, when to let go, and how to do so gracefully. Villa simply disappeared. He never fought them directly. Instead, he played a game of hide-and-seek. By ignoring the mighty U.S. Army and refusing to engage in open battle, he made General Pershing look like a fool chasing a ghost. The more Pershing tried to find him, the more ridiculous his efforts appeared. This strategy of avoiding direct confrontation was really clever. It highlights how Villa understood the importance of psychological tactics and misdirection. Ultimately, it ties into our broader theme of unconventional warfare and how smaller forces can outmaneuver larger ones through cunning and strategy. Remember, Villa's approach was about outsmarting his enemies, not outgunning them. The festering wound concept is all about understanding how we handle conflicts and challenges. Enemies are the same, regardless of their size or significance. If you attack a small enemy, it's crucial to treat them as an equal rather than dismissing them. Giving them visibility means acknowledging their presence and influence. When we ignore these small issues, we actually deny them the oxygen they need to grow and survive. Think of it like a tiny wound or insult. At first, it's just irritating. But if you keep picking at it, it starts to bleed and gets worse. That small scratch can turn into a scar if we're not careful. So the key message here is to stop picking at it. Don't give small problems more attention than they deserve, because doing so can make them escalate into something much bigger. By addressing issues calmly and thoughtfully, we prevent them from festering and turning into larger, more damaging wounds. This ties into the overall theme of managing conflict wisely, being mindful about how we respond to challenges before they become unmanageable. Let's talk about the keys to power in this context. Remembering a wrong keeps the wound fresh. It's like reopening the hurt over and over again. The truth is, forgetting is the only real way to heal and truly move forward. When we choose to forget, we treat the person or problem as if they don't exist anymore. We look through them, almost as if they're invisible. Silence plays a powerful role here. Sometimes it's more deafening than any shouting. It's a way of saying, you don't control my peace. Now, there's also something called the ice treatment. Humor can be a surprisingly effective weapon of contempt. If you can laugh at an insult, you demonstrate that it has no power over you. Laughing it off shows strength, resilience, and a refusal to let negativity take hold. So, in essence, the key is to let go of what harms us, silence what doesn't serve us, and use humor as a shield. When we master these, we reclaim our power and move confidently forward in our journey. When it comes to dealing with conflicts, timing is everything. This slide is about knowing when to crush your opponent versus when to dismiss them. First, we have the concept of a reversal, understanding when to switch from ignoring to attacking. If a threat is growing like a cancer, simply dismissing it can be deadly. In those cases, you need to revert to Law 15, crush your enemy totally. Remember, don't underestimate a loaded gun just because it's not firing now. It's crucial to distinguish between a minor rival, a nuisance that can be ignored, and a real threat that demands action. Disdain might work for petty insults or minor annoyances, but it's dangerous to dismiss something that's escalating or dangerous. This connects to the overall theme of strategic control, knowing when to hold back and when to strike decisively. And here's the key point. Not every problem is the same. You must recognize the difference between a nuisance and an actual threat. By doing so, you ensure you're applying the right response at the right time, which is essential for maintaining power and stability. Now, let's take a moment to acknowledge the sources behind the visuals we've used in this presentation. As you can see, the first image of the small ant comes from isticphoto.com, which provides a wide range of stock images. The second image, depicting Pancho Villa, is from Britannica.com, a trusted source for historical and factual content. Moving on, the illustration of Jules David's The Fox and the Grapes is from Meisterdruck, us showcasing classic art interpretations. Finally, the visual on Medium.com offers a modern infographic that helps us understand key concepts visually. Recognizing these sources is important because it highlights the diversity and credibility of the materials we've incorporated. It also reminds us of the importance of proper attribution in all our research and presentations. These visuals collectively support our overall theme by providing both historical and contemporary perspectives, enriching our understanding of the topics we've explored.